So, you guys remember the weird, like, I don't know if she's actually a lesbian, but she looks like one. The lesbian bishop, Bishop Marianne Budd from, the interfaith ordainment or whatever the hell that was. The where the memes came from. JD Vance looking at the camera with that look on his face, like, please kill me. Yeah, turns out her organization got $53 million in taxpayer money to resettle migrants. Yeah, yeah. So you paid for that. How does that feel? Knowing that, you know, I mean, we already knew kind of that, like, a lot of the taxpayer money was doing a lot of this migrant resettling, but at the same time, it's like when you can actually put faces to the crimes, it kind of helps. They're not legally crime. You know what I mean? Anyway, shout out to the post millennial. Episcopal bishop who attacked President Trump receives $53 million of taxpayer funds. Hmm. Hmm. According to records, EMM received $53 million of taxpayer funds from various government programs to resettle 3,600 individuals in 2023. So this was the group of people, one of the groups of people who is spreading illegals so far and wide and deep into the country that it makes it even harder to get them out. Anyway, let's read on, shall we? Shout out to Katie Daviscourt. The Episcopal bishop who criticized President Donald Trump during an inaugural prayer service has come under fire after it was revealed that the church's federal contracting arm, Episcopal Migration Ministry, EMM, received $53 million of taxpayer funds in 2023 for its migrant resettlement program. The Trump administration has temporarily paused those programs for evaluation. Good. According to records, EMM received $53 million of taxpayer funds, $53 million, my bad, of taxpayer funds from various government programs to resettle 3,600 individuals in 2023, the New York Post reported. Budget figures for 2024 are not yet available. However, the EMM sponsored 6,400 individuals in 2024 from across 48 countries, including Afghanistan, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Vietnam, and others. So, yeah, just this one church group alone is getting all of this money to import people from foreign countries and, like I said, resettle them here in the United States. Why? What right do these people have to be here? If they can't get here under their own power, why the hell are they allowed to come? Since EMM has limited lobbying power, the Episcopal Church, a separate legal entity, advocates for additional programs that benefit EMM in Washington, D.C., the outlet said. A 2012 Government Accountability Office report states that funding is based on the number of refugees they serve. So affiliates have an incentive to maintain or increase the number of refugees they settle each year rather than allowing the number to decrease. Of course. And I mean, look at that. It went from 3,600 in 2023 to 6,400 in 2024. Okay? That's almost double. Because of the federal funding the church receives for its refugee resettlement programs, Episcopal Bishop Marianne Budd has been accused of delivering a self-serving sermon, alliteration, when she chose to target the president about his administration's immigration policies at the prayer service. These refugee resettlement programs are under evaluation for abuse of the system. It's because the systems are being abused. Quote, let me take one final plea, Mr. President, in the name of a loving God, to have mercy on the people of our country who are scared now. They are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives, and the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings. It's funny how Democrats only seem to associate migrants with, like, broke-ass labor. Just like the bottom of the barrel labor. Jobs that should be going to native-born Americans. But instead, It's like, oh, that's because native-born Americans won't do those jobs. That's bullshit. Native-born Americans were pushed out of those jobs by cheap labor. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, they may not be citizens or have proper documentation. The vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away. Their parents should be taken away. Listen, this idea that migrants commit less crime than native-born Americans. If they're here illegally, then every single day they're committing a felony. Every day. One felony a day, every single day. They're not innocent. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Don't worry, your parents won't be taken away, Acre baby. You're going to go with them, or you should. I mean, Trump is trying to get rid of birthright citizenship, so based. EMM facilities. I'm sorry. EMM facilitates the resettlement of LGBTQ migrants and asylees through a specialized. Oh, of course, Jesus Christ. Because of course, all you got to do is like live somewhere in like the Middle East and just say I'm gay, and you automatically count as a fucking refugee. Fuck off. EMM facilitates resettlement of LGBTQ migrants and asylees through a specialized federal refugee initiation established during the Obama administration, known as Preferred Communities. This program provides extra government funds over standard resettlement programs and is specifically designed for refugees experiencing social or psychological difficulties, including emotional trauma resulting from war and/or sexual or gender-based violence. Survivors of torture, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer refugees. Refugees who are HIV positive, populations with physical disabilities, and other medical conditions. That's another. If you're HIV positive, I'm sorry, no, you're not coming in here. Period. End of story. I don't think you should be allowed in here. Like, fuck off with that. Miss me with that nonsense. Additionally, think about that. Not like they're bringing in disabled people. Like, in what way are they going to contribute? They're going to come over here and fucking soak up welfare. That's all they're going to do. Come on. Come the fuck on. Additionally, there is a public-private partnership initiative called the Matching Grant. However, the Department of Health and Human Services offers the EMM $1 for every 10 cents. So it's not quite an exact match. The Episcopal Church also earns a commission for collecting travel loans made to refugees by EMM. Furthermore, the International Organization for Migration, which lends money for refugees' travels to the United States, is funded by taxpayers. The Episcopal Church, not EMM, retains 25% of the money if the refugees repays the interest-free loan. Like, it's all just so gross. Like, they'll sit there with a straight face and tell you that the Great Replacement theory is bullshit, but then here they are actively trying to just bring in not just people from other countries, which, whatever, but like literally fucking just disabled people from other countries and people with infectious diseases and anyone who cries, I'm being mistreated because I'm gay. Like, look, do gays get persecuted in the Middle East? Sure. I actually agree. They do. Like, look about what happens to gay men when they get caught having gay sex in Iran. It's pretty bad stuff. But like, that doesn't mean that we have to open our doors for every single gay who ever had something bad happen to them in the whole world. And we certainly shouldn't be like bringing in people with HIV. Why the hell would we do that? That doesn't even make any sense. Stupidest shit I've read all week. And I've read some dumb shit this week. Anyway, you know the drill. Like the video and sub and follow the links. Follow me on X. Come check out the gaming streams on Rumble. Throw me a bone.